How we're living, boys. I'm making this video for the person that gets their main ban often enough that it actually starts affecting you. So, we are playing a Xin Zhao game. This is who I think is the best secondary champ in the game. Because of how standard he can play a ton of different builds, and really, he refines your jungle basics, which is like the most important thing for you, in particular, who struggles with jungle as a whole. So what makes him so cool is the fact that he has, he has poke, he has long range engage, he stat checks really well in this meta, and he can play with and without his team kind of well. So I think he's the best, and I kind of like him because he's similar to Briar, where like I have a point and click stun, okay, his knockup, right, his Q after every third auto attack once you click it, or rather, once you hit Q. Your third auto attack after that will knock up, which is good. His range poke, and then also if this W hits something, it makes the target challenged, and it puts a little icon on their head, and that increases to this little icon. That increases your E range, which is your engage, by double, actually. Or rather, increase range, but it's double. So why is it, close to Briar? Because Briar, like, WQs and then goes to start autoing, right? He kind of does the same thing, where, like, he'll W, E, and then just start queuing, right? So, sure, the spells are a little different, but the idea is that you cover a lot of distance, you go for a big engage, and you get point-and-click CC, which is very, very valuable. So, he's who I play. I think he's the best secondary in the game, like, someone that you should be able to pick. The only time I would maybe be like, maybe you should play something else is if you need an AP champ, in which AP Xin Zhao exists. There's an opening for someone to be the Xin Zhao guy, where all you do is you steal every build video I do, just put it on Xin. Because Zin's cool. He can do tank, AP, bruiser, he can do everything. High damage, full crit, hail of blades. So he's sweet. Now, blue or green, jungle pet is really good for him. Either if you're, you want to be more tanky or you want to clear faster, it's up to you. We're going to go for this crab. I think their jungler is actually pathing bot here. But that's your main combo. You want to E forward, get the attack speed, and then with that attack speed, auto 3 times for the knockup, and then W. Your W is confirmed, so there's no reason to ever miss it. So 1, 2, as you can tell. So we're going to do that. Slide through again. You can't miss your W, so it's completely fine. He's going to walk up. We're going to get going. And great job. Pretty standard gank there again. Use your W to help them push the wave. And look at that range. Look at this range. That range is crazy. So you can hit someone with it, immediately dash, and start pumping damage. Again, you get attack speed from it, which is sweet. On top of the fact that it actually slows them for 30% for 0.5, which basically means that they can't run away. Like, if you hit E, they have to fight. So he's cool. So yeah, I don't know who you main. I main Briar, okay? This is the most Briar-like champ in the game. On top of the fact that he's a good secondary for anyone to have, because, again, he helps you with your jungle basics, man. Like, you need to realize how important being a good jungler is. So, like, why does this guy want a gank right now? It's because he has more minions, so it's pushing to him. So he knows that we could fight Urgot at his turret. So I'm going to communicate to him that, hey, I see your freeze, and I'm trying to get level 5 to be strong for it. Hopefully he gets that. Now, the only problem that could come from this is if I miss the timing, so that's kind of where you have to get better at jungle. So I'm actually going to path through the middle here. We know that Diego pathed up here because this crab is gone. So if I'm on second camp, he's on second camp, so he's probably here or there. So he shouldn't be here. Now, Urgot is level 6. I'm going to pink ward my way in. And now I'm not going to try and troll this, so I'm actually just going to wait for it. Slide through. 1. Tank that to try and keep him from getting too far. Eat your W slows, and then you should get your third auto. We actually got minion blocked, or champ blocked, I guess. There's no way on earth Viego tries us. Great job. And it's all because we saw that minion wave that we went for that, and that's what good jungling is. So if you can see opportunities like that coming, that's what jungling is. That's what you need to work on. This is what we're here doing. Now when you apply these fundamentals to Briar, like, wait, I can just stand here on this freeze and kill him? And then it's like the game starts making way more sense when you kind of, get away from your main, because a lot of you fall into the slot of I'm really good at my main, and I get wins because I'm good at my main. I know more about my main than they know about my character, so I can catch people lacking. But when you play a raw canvas like Xin Zhao, it just helps you work on your basics, really. Now, I'm greeting this, and you know me, I can't stop it. Xin Zhao can benefit from... I'm going to pink ward this just to catch him. He might have flash, so I'm actually looking to do stuff like this. Nice. So, I don't use my gap closer until they go too far, right? That's the idea. So, I would start that with Q, start stacking up, and then look for E and a W. I maybe, you know, in that situation specifically, could have started with W. That way I could have him challenge, then once he flashed, I could E. And, you know, that's the fun of this champion. This champion actually goes pretty deep. That's why I like him so much. Because he is, like, flash W tech. That W, you can, like, flash sideways and get a hit. And then, because they're challenged, you get the double E range, and then you slide through. Really cool. So, yeah, I think, I think this champ is awesome. And again, dude, like, don't be like, oh, Xin Zhao's boring. Because the more boring the champ, if you want to put it that way, the better you have to be about your gameplay. Like, actual, if this was a blank canvas. So, you know, if he's boring, it's because you're not thinking enough about your game. So I guess you could say this is more so for a competitive player than anything else. But, you know, I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're probably not playing quick play, always getting your main, you know. Now, my Lulu wants to invade their blue. We need to see what will happen because of that. So, as you can see, my AD carries are weak point because there's two people down there. So, if we stay with Lulu for a long time here, then our AD carry might have to sacrifice something. As you know, AD carry players are not that receptive to sacrificing things for the team. Good. We're looking pretty good here. Now that wave is a push to us, so we could freeze it, but mid lane freezes don't stay as long as other lanes. So once you see your lane is pushing, right, so in this time, right, we see that Camille has more minions, that's a push, right, it's pushing towards them. So then you look, can I dive? And if you can't dive, then you leave it alone. That's not your job anymore. You punish freezes as jungle, and you dive pushes. And that's really it. And then you're just doing that through all three lanes at once, and that's it. That is the essence of jungling. So when I say you need to have a game plan, that's your game plan. It's right there. And so their team just did what we did, where, you know, the wave was pushing to us, so he got ganked. So now the game goes a little bit further. Okay, well, if I see my team is pushing, maybe I hover for that gank, and what changes that was there? Now, good jungling reinforces the fact that because I had so much money and a full item, that's my time that, like, my team has sacrificed something for me. That's, you know, that's just good gameplay. People are gonna die on your team. Who cares? That's on them. He's the one that played his wave that way. He's the one that didn't predict that gank and played it safe. He, you know, if you see you have a push, you can just recall. Yeah, it sucks, but it's better than dying and then doing the same thing, you know? So yeah, you basically know everything about Xin that you need to know. So is the last thing that I haven't explained. So all non-challenged enemies get knocked out, and it does a ton of damage. It does actually 15% current health damage, so it does a ton to tanks, but mostly just knocks people out, and that's really good. So we see that Viego's not on full item, so if he steps up, he is what you know as to be cranked. So yeah, we're just doing standard stuff here. Don't know why we backping this. This looks pretty good for us. I'm level 8. 1, 2. I'm the worst player ever. It's all good. Now, I'm actually waiting for the mini wave. I'm going to E towards a minion and then W them. Like that. So it's like I hit, you know? It's like I hit. Oh, yeah. Slide through here. We're going to knock him back just a little bit. He's going to look to ult again. Oh, my LeBlanc wasted combo on the ult. I don't think that'll be that good for us. My bad. Alright. Nice. Good job. Yeah, you gotta be careful when you're playing against Viego. Sometimes it's like, you know, what's the counterplay? He just takes people. Well, the counterplay is to save your spells until he possesses that soul, because if you waste your damage there, you just lost all your cooldowns, and he just gained all of them. So we didn't play that one perfectly. I was kind of over-talking a little bit, where, like, maybe, you know, if I wasn't yapping so much, we might have had a clean one, but, oh no. Misplayed it a little bit, but the outcome was good. We're doing good. Now, we have helped our top lane a good bit. He's actually still losing lane. Maybe that's a bad matchup. I'm not going to act like I understand top lane matchups like that. I see my Camille actually has R, so we can just kill this guy. That's it. Can I get a ward here? No? Really trying to work with this ward. This ward's kind of not that good. That's okay. We're mostly just trying to get prio for these grubs here, which my Camille will get a ton out of. Now my Lulu's gone, my mid's actually rotating bot, so if you take this, until you see where Seraphine and Viego go, you are actually in a bad spot. This is 3v2 on top side. So as you see, this guy starts stepping up to me, I'm running, because I'm preemptively seeing that this is not going to go well. Now they're looking for a huge engage here. See ya, and I've now effectively wasted your time and hit you with a spell. Now because we wasted that time, now my team made it back, so we're good. We're going to look to stat check this guy. Do pretty good on that one. Snipe him with W just to get the extra slow on him. Huge, it's fine. And nice. Nothing to worry about. And you can see that, like, you know, bruisers have more depth than you give them. You see how me being a bruiser, starting an objective, enemy team was like, oh, this guy will surely fight. Let's step up on him right now. And then you realize you can actually use that to your advantage, waste their time, get your team to get the rotation, and now you're there. So again, Xin Zhao just kind of brings me back to reality where, like, sometimes I think I'm better at jungle than I am, when it actually turns out that I'm a decent jungle, but a really good briar at times. And that's, like, not always the best thing. You know, sometimes you just want to be a better player. Now that does give us feats, but we're not on briar, so that doesn't add as much to our game plan. Sorry, this isn't as much of a funny video. We've had a few funny videos where we had the quantum one and then the funny duo ones. But now I'm like, I'm locked in, man. This game is at like 300 LP or something like that, so. Not full slouches. Maybe I should be there, but because LeBlanc isn't there, I think they just get that for free. I'll just take a top gank with his TP. And if they win it, they win it. So right now we have a map where we have 2 plays. We have the play for my team play, and then we have the play for my top lane play. If they're able to get that drag, that's cool. If not, that's also fine. I can chase this guy down, though. Easy snipe. Smite to slow him, hit the knockup. And stay walking in front of him, because that's more overall damage, right? Because if I'm hitting you and I'm walking past you, it's more time that I get to hit you the whole time. Oh, there you go. But yeah, that was good. My bot lane dive wasn't that good, but I mean, it was sweet, you know? Yeah, that's it. Let's see what we got. 4? 4. Jin style. Nice. Yeah, 357. But yeah, I mean, that's like as good at jungle as I can do that. Maybe I keep this video short? I don't know. I guess you'll know if you look at the duration and this is the end of it. But yeah, I mean, this is exactly what you want. So great job and keep it up. How are we living, boys? If you've ever been playing jungle and you realize that your main got banned, I recommend you play Xin Zhao, and I'm going to show you exactly why in this video. He has a lot of depth to him, more than you'd assume, and that's kind of the awesome part about him, is that you can kind of see the skill expression through a good and bad Xin Zhao, just simply based off of, you know, how much they know about their clear and start and so on. So W star can be the play against a lot of single target camps, and E is definitely better against multiple target camps. He prefers to start buffs, but, you know, he can obviously do Raptor Start like you're seeing now. I've been liking Raptor Start a ton for actually 3-camp gank top. And basically what comes with that is that instead of going Raptors Krugs to red, you go Raptors to red to Krugs. It's pretty sweet. Now, I play bruisers. I play mainly Briar. Now, Xin Zhao's right up my alley because of the fact that he, you know, he's frontline, he's a bruiser, he does the thing. His runes are pretty standard. Every bruiser basically went this rune page for the past, like, 10 years. And, you know, it's pretty consistent, right? You get free boots, you get your one-item spike, and so on. So, this is who I prefer. And, yeah. His, you know, point-and-click CC is one of the best things in the game. So, the main idea here is that you want to start fights with your E, and then Q onto them, and W when the knockup goes. So, I'm going to step up here. Ooh, he has an auto-tech reset, which is his Q. So, I'm going to act like I'm leaving. We're against the Zyra this game, so Zyra is always trying to full clear. She's going to beat me in that game no matter what. Luckily, we saw Bro step up, so this would be a free kill. So, first things first, let's get your E going, then your Q. Once the Q goes, you W2. Or W2, you just W. And that's it. So it's pretty standard. Now, Xin Zhao does like to get active early game, so going for a 3-camp gank is always a really solid strategy. He does like meta bruiser items too, so you can actually go a lot of different combinations. He's a lot like Briar in that way, where like he can go Titanic Hydra. Okay, wait, this guy just did you guys like that. You can go Titanic Hydra, and it's really fun because you come through, right? And his Q is 3 talent strike. Basically, you hit Q, and then your next 3 auto attacks, the third one will knock up your target. So Titanic giving you that auto attack reset, you'd be 1, Titanic 2, 3, and it's so sweet. It's actually really sweet. But meta bruiser items like, you know, Sundered Sky, man, you can't go wrong. Black Cleaver, obviously one of the goats of items. Their jungler did get a bot gank. It's not really worth it for me to walk to this. You know, sometimes your team just dies. That's okay. She is 29 farm, basically saying that she did in fact get that bot crab. And she might cross over mid to go for top crab. So I might fight her around here as she goes to gank my mid laner. Let's see. Does she go into this bush and try? Alright, she didn't. Nice. So she just recalled. She spent a ton of money. Now you know that she did. It's seemingly path top down this game, so you know that she's probably going back to her Gromp to do the same thing. But we're looking good. Now again, the way Xin Zhao works, he likes to just respond to wave states, so this is a bad gank because they have more minions. But it seems like it might be decent just because enemy team is making a play. Your W does apply your passive, which would let you get extra range on your E. But this one, I'm thinking we might just have to flash this, yeah. I think we're fine. Oh, other than that part. That part, we're not so fine. Oh! Bring it home. He has no flash, he can't do it. Okay. We thought we were counter-ganking them. Not this time. We thought we were counter-ganking them, but then Zyra skipped her clear to go to that play. Now, I'm not going to lie, not a lot of Zyra players do that, so he must know something we didn't. I didn't expect Alistar to flash on me either. That was pretty smart. On the plus side, well, Alistar spent that hour-long amount of time. Oh, can he get out of there? When Alistar spent that hour-long amount of time, that basically meant that Bard was hitting, you know, their 80 carry 2v1 the whole time. So that is sweet. And we're just going to engage on her. I don't think my Camille will play for this, despite it being decent for us, just because Jace is coming. But if she were to, that could be good. Oh, yes, that's good. Sync this. Good. We wanted to use Jace's knockback to put us closer towards Zyra, which is sweet. Now, we're basically dead here, but what we can do is try and make the minions stack up, and that'll actually push the wave back to us, even if he didn't hit the wave. Luckily, he did anyway, but that was good. I just got, what is that, 563? I'm living the dream. You want Zyra players to take these random fights against you, especially as a bruiser. If she's not hitting full clear repeat, bro, you're living the dream. So keep this up. This pace is okay for bruisers, because you're going to do the Xin Zhao thing no matter what. Whereas Zyra doing the ER thing, if that's not one-shotting my team, we're living the dream. It does look like my top laner gets a solo kill off that too, so even better. Now this game definitely turned into, you know, return to monkey, if you will, where everyone's just fighting randomly. That's kind of what these challenger lobbies look like after a while, where like people are done playing the standard macro game. They just want to fight, you know, get their clips, make it work. So as you can see, right, they're about to pull a 3v1 mid, and it's going to happen one way or another. We might have to respond since they pulled that Alistar to do that. Let's see what we can do here. Zir might have dash. Again, your W procs your passive, and your passive right here it makes enemies challenged, if you will. And when they're challenged, your E gets double range. So that's good. So it reads right here, audacious charge range is increased on enemies that are challenged, and you challenge people that are in fact hit by your W, which is good. So as you can see, that's actually this little icon right here over their head. So look at this. Oh well, I'm gonna kill it, but you get the point. You know what we're doing here. Now look at it. Boom. You see that? Now my E is doubled range against that. An extra little minute one is the fact that Xin Zhao's E actually gives attack speed. So it's like something that you want to do. You want to start fights with E, and then auto attack, and then Q to get the auto attack reset. That's more damage. Good. And then obviously the moment that they're knocked up, use W every time because it confirms itself. But sometimes you got to snipe them with it and then start the fight with W, then E them. That's completely fine. That happens. And we're actually in here, not on ward. He's going to come up to ward this at some point. Doesn't seem like my Camille's messing it up, so that's really good. If I get this knockup, he is cooked. So that was really good. We got his flash. Nice. Now I have a lot of money. I'd like to take this recall here. We know that he did just ward that, but oh my god, I made my UI disappear. What's the button again? I forget my key. What's the key? There it is. Found it. We're fine. Unbind that. Unbind that ASAP. I do it so when I take YouTube videos, sometimes for you guys I get to show you like, oh, look at the cinematic view of this play. But obviously it does have its faults. Nice. Now, enemy mid laner fought, so enemy jungler walked to mid lane. So we're going to check camps. We see she's up 3 camps, but it's actually not 3. It's only 2 because we have a bonus street sitting here. So we both have smite upgrade. That's good. They TP'd back, and Jace flashed earlier. Get those pings going. As you can see, they have 3 people mid again. Now, I don't really like smiting here, but I really want to get these camps dead so I can go to this fight that my bard's about to play for. And then hopefully that the fight takes about 40 seconds so I can then smite the dragon when it's time. Let's engage onto this guy, at least to get his ultimate pre the team fight. Unless he has flash, he's just dead. Huge. I am about to drop my Q stack, so I'm actually going to hit it on this flower. And now I have a knockup banked. So this guy probably won't notice that's about to happen. I think we hard win this, so 1, 2. Really sweet thing to do is like, again, once you hit Q, your third auto after that will knock up. So you can sometimes stack it on other things, and it's really sweet. Try and snipe that through. Now we have 1 Q stack again, 2. So go here. Now my next auto will knock up. So I can do a W flash. Oh my god. I'm the worst player on earth. Too busy trying to teach. You can W flash and then use that to go. Where did my champion go? Come on now. I mean, it's like the flash happened. Dude, I'm trying to over-teach the Xin Zhao champ. Look, you know what Xin does, okay? He knocks up, and then he... Don't say too tanky. Yeah, so that was my point earlier, that you can actually, like, know the difference between a good and Xin by if they hit that the second time, not the first. You never judge someone on their first shot, okay? Yeah, we're doing good. Again, Bruiser's playstyle is you want to facilitate the map in such a way where you're calling the shots, you're the X factor, and you want to you know, if someone's out of position, punish them. Oftentimes that comes with following around your team a little bit, seeing what your team goes to do. Get that, and then slide to him. Again, because I hit Alistar with my W, he becomes challenged. That means that my E gets double range. And when your knockup hits, you always hit W every single time. Now, when you're on a lot of money on bruisers, it's better to actually just take the recall. Oh, take the recall and then go to the neutral objective. Because she actually rushed the neutral, we can actually just continue to clear. Again, Zyra will always be up camps on us, so if we ever get even remotely close, bro, we're living the dream. So it looks like she's farming this the whole time. I want to check my Krugs for that exact reason. Okay, nice. So they're there. Checked a little bit deeper into my jungle just in case she was setting up like a 5-plant invade or something. I've seen some demon Zyras in my time. So yeah, you practically learned everything again. This is who I play. She bush camped him, I see. Again, he's very like Briar, where, again, you're just a standard bruiser that you're trying to take, you know, correct fights at the right time. And, you know, most of the gameplay actually transfers over, right? The Q is your CC, good. Your W is your damage, and your E is the dash on this guy, but also on Briar it's not as much. But Xin Zhao's R is his like damage reduction simulating thing, which is kind of Briar-esque, right? Now he does have to walk to places. That part sucks, you know. Let's talk about tabbies. So tabbies, and this is mercs. So actually, like in a game like this, you probably want the mercs here. Let's go something like this, actually. Ooh, I can actually buy this. So you want to go mercs in a game like this because, like, sure, Kai'Sa will often be auto-attacking, and same thing with Jace. They will often be auto-attacking you. But you getting Sterix is worse than you getting Death Stance. Death Stance is a really strong armor item. So if you go the Merc Treads, you can get the CC reduction for there, and then you can go the... Ooh. You can go the Death Stance, 2. So I like to do this in my head, 3, right? Oh, do I make it in time for this portal, though? I do. Snipe him with W, just to get the fight started, if possible. He juked it, good for him. Ooh, juke right past that. People outside of my circle can't damage me. Get rid of these things. Nice, that was a solid fight. And you'll notice you'll hear a little ringing when Xin Zhao has Q3 for the knockup, so it's like easy to just kind of fall back on sound. So if you listen right here, well, there you go. Listen, 1, 2, listen. Hear that? Yeah, it's that. So you can always really know. Now the thing about bruisers is they want to be able to fight anyone. That's like the main thing. So when I look at this, sure, she's up farm, but we're the same level. She's on 1, like almost 1.5 items. I'm going to 2 items. So as long as my items are buying me the distance between our farm, we're completely fine. Yeah, dude, trying to teach and play League and show everything off in one game can be tough, man. I'm still thinking about that W flash. Hopefully I get an actual way to teach you guys, but it's really cool. So you line up the line and then you flash in the direction that makes it work out for you. That's the idea. But you guys are smart players. I don't worry for a second. Now I need 1325. It looks like he's flat out cooked, right? We could probably agree on that. Might come to invade these. Luckily I just got him. Can't do much about that turret, but we already got first turret for feats, so we're living the dream. Now they might play for Rift Herald here, so I'm going to post up here, just in case they go for Ezreal. He's kind of low mana. 1, 2, 3. And would you look at that? That's where bruisers want to be, though. You want to be predicting where enemy will go. Just going to ult just to kind of knock people back for a little bit of damage. So I can make sure I have the cooldowns to do this. Go 2, so now I have 3 for this. I can A-click to knock him up immediate. Get my attack speed for my E, and actually just keep conquering him. 2. Oh, I can go right here. Wow, I did everything I could. I really did. My team is sitting back here. One Zyra plant really scared them off, but in a world where they were locked in, how good did that just go? Good try. So now that we have everything in terms of, we have tenacity, we have our 2 core damage items, now we go to Death's Dance. Like, as you can see, right, I'm taking a lot of physical damage, and it's only going to go up more. On top of the fact that Death's Dance is sweet, right? It ignores 30% damage taken, so magic and attack damage, not true damage though. And then just, you know, applies it as a, you know, damage over time, a dot, right? But if you get a kill during that, it cleanses the rest of the dot. So if you take a big burst, get an assist on a kill, bam, cleanse all that damage. Now you just like have this insane damage reduction item. So it's really sweet, and Xin Zhao loves it. So as you can see, right, we've kept up with farm on this Zyra. So when you're keeping up with farm with these full clear champs, you know that they're overwalking, and your pressure is supposed to make them do that, right? So those, you know, that 3 camp gank and so on, allowing my lanes to kind of run around and make plays, that's where you want to be. I'm going to try and force them here by just hitting this flat out. We see they have 4. Looks like my 80 carry kind of trolled this one. They don't actually know that we're on this. We might be able to start bursting if they go Rift Herald. 80 carry seems like he's having a rough game, so I'm going to try and see if I can hover him a little more in these fights. Now we're down 2 players, so contesting a neutral objective is effectively suicide here, right? If they have the 4 people that they could have right there with a 0 TP, then we just walk 5v3 in, and that would be a stupid play, so let's not do that. Now one thing about bruisers is that once they fall off pretty hard. Just get the most efficient item at a time, you know. They have a lot of magic damage, get Maw. If they have a lot of AD, get Death's Dance. These 2 core items always looking good. You want more damage on 3rd item, you could slide the Titanic like we were talking about earlier. You know, they have effectively the same options every game. That's like kind of what can bore you about them sometimes, is the fact that like you don't get a lot of different options, you just get different plays in game, which is cool. And some people like a lot more variance, but it is what it is. Nice. Now, Otacon is spawning topside. We do have Dragon Soul as our win condition, so we can actually do this if they live there. So Zyra's on 2.5 items, I'm on 2.5 items. She's up half level of experience. If we get this Otacon, that would equalize it. And again, she's supposed to be, like, by the matchup, she's supposed to be up, like, 2 levels on me right now. But if I'm pressuring correctly, I can make that work. And we have Ezreal mid, we have Bard bot side, and me and Silas doing this. They do get a turret, we get Otacon, that's pretty good. Oh, if they go tier 2, now the trade's looking a little worse. So Silas realizes that he's going to recall and probably TP there to try and save it. Bard should also be bot side, maybe, once that drops, to try and ult the turret. Bard can counter Rift Herald in that way. E the Otacon to get the attack speed. Oh, I missed a point. That's okay. It's a competitive game. Sorry, I'm kind of locked. It's tough sometimes not to think about the mistakes you made earlier, but if you realize that they really don't help you anywhere at all. So I'm on a flank angle, trying to catch them running away. So I'm actually going to send it here, try and buy time. If they fully run away, they fully run away. If I dive in, even without that W, if I just flash E in, they might just kill me. So you got to be pretty particular about your flank angles. There also is Zinsec, where you E, you W someone, like let's say Jace here. If Jace runs away, you flash E and then R his 80 carry away, because Xin Zhao R knocks back everyone that isn't the challenge target, meaning your W target. So you can like fly to someone, insect them away, and they don't really see it coming. It's not as good as like Lee Sin's, but solid option. I'm gonna ult here just to make sure I'm not taking too much damage. Wait for some Sundered Sky procs. Oh, I put him to half and started healing a little bit. We're missing Camille, so taking this fight was bad, but we thought we had an angle. Oh, we might have that angle. So close, bro. We got bot tier 2, it's looking good. Now Camille's actually TPing in to kill here. We did lose our mid. If Camille kills one for free, then it's 3v3. But she has a lot of work to do. Good time bot. Oh, that's Camille's ball right there. He just ults one, they die, man. Heavily disagree with this play, but it's okay. Maybe he's just too scared, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't think he has it. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he does, I don't know. I'm happy that we're not even looking. Look, I'm over here, man. It's all good. Stuff like that can't hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at it. Your team's trolling, don't even notice it. Hey, bro. Okay, so flash before dragon is huge. And barrier. My AD carry kind of cooked that. He was having a rough game and instantly turned it up the moment that 20 minutes into this game hit. Now we're still missing Camille and our AD carry is late, so let's actually pivot backwards just a little bit. And try and, you know, we want to keep this space. So I'm just going to stand here instead of doing my Raptors to be efficient. I'm actually just going to stand here and just throw W's to scare them, to make them think, like, well, what if all of us were there? What if, you know? Now, starting the Dragon's not what we want. Because that's extra damage that we're taking that they aren't. So I'm going to look. I got 1. I got 2. 3. As you can tell, I'm getting chunked now. Yeah, that was a troll. I'm not gonna lie, that was just a troll and a half. Now, enemy team might try to end here, but we can look to cook. If they send too many people topside, like I can do something like this. Wow, they actually pulled 4 people to me? Oh, because they were doing Dragon? So they didn't take our mid inhib, which is a lot better. I thought they would go mid inhib, so they could prep for Baron, and then if we were to get the 3rd drag, then it's like whatever, they get Baron. So that's pretty sweet. Nice. They definitely trolled. Now, more than my team trolled that, I would say no. My Silas had a sweet Azir, but it came at the cost of my Camille was already dead, or whoever. Someone died here already, so we were just immediately down the player. Is what it is. So yeah, they don't get the Baron here, which is good. Oh, they might actually. They rush it. Depends on how much face we can show. Like, if we step up and start throwing some spells, we might get there in time. Zyra's really, really good at taking Baron. Or neutrals. And same thing as Azir. Azir's one of the best in the game. Close, let's see what they pay for it. They sent a Baron in our face. Who's got me? That's 1. Oh, he's through. Camille's split pushing, so it behooves us to wait for recall stops. Yep, so there's 1 recall stop. The more time he can cook, the better. As long as I live, it actually doesn't matter what happens. Great job. So that's more time that they lost off their Baron buff, which is sweet. Now again, this is where it starts feeling bad to play bruisers, is when you start getting outscaled like this. As you can see, she went to 3 items in anti-heal. And I'm just now about to get 3 items. So we're down about 800 gold, maybe a little more after the Baron, but you know that this is what happens with bruisers. You get that strong early game, and you do your best to scale into late. Oftentimes you'll be looking for, looking for lanes to be scaled up at this point to kind of get you, to usher you through, right? It is what it is, man. We do have Camille and Ezreal, two insanely good scalers, so. Fortunately, my Camille's looking for an angle that might not exist, but 1-for-1 ain't too bad. Jeez, man, I can't catch a break. That was kind of sweet, though. I like it. Good job. All right, that was 3 for 2. Not bad. Well, it's not over yet. Try 3 for 3. To be fair, at that start, not that bad. My top laner is definitely having a really rough game. So him getting like neutral trades is better than bad trades. I'll take it. Now you definitely could go Maul here or Sterix. I think Maul is actually like pretty good. Let's go that. Nice. Look at that Camille. We're back. 28 minutes, but you're late game scaler, so I'm loving it. Grab that no magic, get it going. Now again, the play is just flash on their carry every time with a knock up and see what you can do. Buy time with your R and do your thing. So our plan would be to flash on one of these two, do as much damage as possible, and then yeah, live the dream following. I don't think we can kill him, but getting Alistar ultimate before a team fight is crazy, by the way. So that was actually huge. Now Ezra wants us to wait, but we just got a timer on Alistar ult, so we really shouldn't wait. Like, waiting would be suboptimal here. I like what this bard is cooking. Now, we're not going to stand there because we assume that Zyra will check it, or is Jace, as you can see. So you stand in a more awkward spot. Now, that shows that that's probably warded again. They have a lot of good check bush spells, so it's tough to find this team in, like, a, a bush camp, unless you're Camille, who can come from, like, 4 screens away, right? We don't have Ezreal yet. Again, like, we're always dropping a player. Get in the AoE of it and just pray. Play under cooldowns, do what you can do. Go for Sundered Sky procs, do every bit that you can. Never walk away as a bruiser. You won't get the value that you need. Camille's thinking about the dragon here. I'd rather she look at the fight, not gonna lie. I like the fight. Nice, great job. Look at the... Come on, now look at the fight, man. Great job. Now, their AD carry's in a good spot here, but ours could be too. That bard just cranked. Israel could step up just auto-air, I'm not gonna lie. But it is scary, I do get that. I don't think it's Bard's job to leave here. But if Azir TP... Crazy fight. If they let it reset, that might be okay, because Silas can come fight Azir. He's going to do a ton of damage, but... Oh, good try. That's a huge pick, because now we can actually get Baron off that. I'm walking by minions. I'm too big... Dude, I'm enamored by their play here. Probably better to, like, take these two to tier 4, let them do some damage, but I want to be closer to the Baron, so I'm going to do this out here. Nice. Do as much as you can do. They're down both carries, but Jace and Alistar are very tanky, so they can buy a lot of time. We would benefit from starting this sooner rather than later to try and force them out of their, you know, turtle stance, if you will. Oh, I might just have to cancel this and go. That's a rough death. That might be Baron. Depends on how many people die, that might be the game. I'm going to group up with Camille and just go for a split push, I think. So yeah, they're going to go Baron here. As long as we get this recall, we're fine. I don't think they're going to greed too much of my jungle until they re-walk in. Like, I doubt they're doing everything right now. They are very low. Like, Camille TP'd in, she might be able to make play of the game, but it also could be a throw, so I get why he wouldn't want to do that. No one greeted to go help Jace there, but that was a good kill for us. As you guys can see, man, like, your teams are often going to play terrible macro games. Get used to it, bro. They're challengers in this lobby, right? And look at how bad our macro is, man. No one cares about that anymore, man. It's all about their fun and, you know, all that. Fun and fighting and all that. Now they pulled 3 bots. That means that Zyra can be here only. And that basically means we get a free tier 2. Nice. Take it. Close to my mall. This game's going long. I mean, this is every bit of Xin Zhao that you could want to learn. Here's his mid, late, and early game. There you go. Pretty sweet, right? Now I'm going to communicate to my team my plan, because if I can get Maul, that'd be great. On top of the fact that I can get Pink Word, good. Or 1525. That doesn't give Baron, so it's chill. It gives them Crab Prio, but it's fine. As long as no one else gets caught. As long as this isn't warded, Jace wouldn't know to EQ me here. Good job. Nice. Now their plan is to get the inhib and then go back to the dragon. So I step up really hard there just to scare them off. Try bite any time on that we can get. Snake any champ damage that we possibly could. Ooh, this guy got kind of cooked there. Might be able to kill him. Oh no, nothing. We baited Jace, but then Jace ended up baiting me by getting that low. I didn't expect Camille to turn around, but now looking back, I guess she was scared of their full team, which they did all come, so that happens. We were second early on the Silas respawning and making it there, so that also sucks. So overall, I kind of went too far forward there. Their AD carry just die bombed in and didn't get punished. That sucks. Yeah, I think we're cooked here. Unless Camille hero play with ult in 9 seconds. They are low enough. I would believe in him. Maybe not that low. Yeah. I'm up in 10. It won't happen though. Bard ult the turret.